my part 4 video of the studio renovation, and look, it's the studio. So I'm really happy to show you guys this. It took us an entire week to get this studio done, and that's an entire week of literally renovation. So we didn't go to work, we actually had annual leave for a week, and we spent a week doing nothing but this room. So really happy about it, really excited to show you guys around. So if you haven't already seen the other parts to this mini series of the studio renovation, do feel free to go back and have a watch of those. So you'll want to watch part 1, part 2, part 3, and then come back to this one. And I am completely renovating the house that we're actually in. So if you do want to see any more renovation videos, do feel free to click the notification bell and the subscribe button down below, so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. So we do have a couple of time lapses that I just want to show you so you can see us getting painting and getting some more bits together, and then we'll be on to the walk around of the studio. So let's get to it. Because I've got my makeup on, my hair's done. I am not actually in the studio because I said to Dan, as soon as we have finished the studio, we can go to Birmingham and we can go to PMT, because PMT in Birmingham is amazing. If you like music, if you like anything musical, you have to go to PMT in Birmingham. It's amazing. So we are currently in the car right now. Dan's driving, we're just on the way to Birmingham. We're going to go and have a quick look around PMT, and then we'll be on the way home. And what I can do is I will show you the studio. It looks amazing. I'm so happy with it. And literally last night we got into bed probably about midnight because we were determined that we were going to go to PMT today. So it's all finished. There's a couple of bits that need touching up, as you would imagine, and a couple of foam bits that I just need to stick in the actual sound booth itself, but other than that we're good. So we're gonna go have some fun, we're gonna go and play some instruments, and then I will be back with some images of the studio. So now I'm just gonna show you around the studio. Let's go! So here I am. This is Dan's desk, and this is his little workstation that he's got set up. There's not really a lot here because pretty much everything happens over there with all the instruments. But just here we do have, obviously, everything is wireless. Ta-da! So we can actually move it wherever he needs to have it, because sometimes if he's sort of over there, we may have the keyboard and mouse over there with him. Obviously screen, we've got the speakers here as well. The actual bass is under there, so he doesn't use that. We've got his speakers there as well. Here we do actually have some headphones that he does actually use, and then a splitter, which is really good. So we tend to plug this into his soundboard here, so that if, for example, I'm in the sound booth and I'm singing and Danny's here and he's actually listening to the track kind of come together on his software, I can listen to one and he can listen to one. So one is for the headphones that are in there and one is for the headphones he'll use here. So we can both hear what's being sung, which is really good. So everything actually plugs into this soundboard here. This soundboard is a Cakewalk soundboard. It's quite an old one, but it does actually run with everything that he's actually got on the computer. So his software is actually BandLab by Cakewalk, so this actually fits perfectly. We don't really use this to alter the sounds, we just do it all on the program, on the software, because it just kind of makes sense to do it that way, and it's a lot easier as well. You can mix your levels and things a bit better because there's more channels actually on there than there is on the soundboard. But everything literally goes into this soundboard, so we've got the microphone which goes in from this side here, we've got the computer hookups, the speaker hookups, and we've also got the electric drum kit hookups as well. So everything goes through this soundboard onto the... And no studio would be complete without the hard drive. So we do actually have a hard drive that Dan puts all of his music onto. If anybody has seen my rant videos or any videos regarding me not being able to upload videos, then you would know that my computer crashed and a lot of my files are now corrupted, so I can't actually use them. Thanks to Know How, you've been brilliant. Computers, we do not trust anymore, so we do actually have an external hard drive. The other thing that we do actually have, and there's no power in it at the moment, is a little tablet here. So we do actually have a tablet for when, say, Dan is actually on his own and he's recording something in the sound booth, so he's recording some vocals. We actually do have, it's a Google app, I can't remember what it's called, but you can actually control your computer screen through a Google app on a tablet or a phone. So if he is by himself and he's recording things and he wants to go back and delete stuff and then put new stuff on there, then he can just take this tablet into the sound booth and control the computer from there and mix things or edit things or delete things and start again. So this is really, really handy if you want a really cool studio where you can kind of do that and you can do things on your own. It's absolutely brilliant to get the app. But what I'll do is I'll have a look for the app after I've finished recording the video, and I'll pop it in the description down below for you. So here you will notice that we do actually have our drum kit. So at the moment I am sort of learning to try and play drums, which is not working out very well. But this is a Roland V-Drum drum kit, and it is the TD1, I think. Yes, the TD1, and it's an electric drum kit, and it's absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. So you've got all the bits and pieces that you need. We did actually buy another cymbal for it as well, so this only comes with 3 cymbals when you buy it, but you do have the option to buy another one, this one. So yes, I do actually love it. It's absolutely brilliant, and I can't play the drums to save my life. But these sticks, I absolutely love these sticks. They're a ProMark Fire Grain, they're actually a hickory stick, and they're absolutely lovely. They're really, really nice to use, and they just feel nice and they look nice, so it's all good. The only thing I will say is if you are looking to buy an electric kit, this is an absolutely brilliant one. It does do everything. It's got tempo, coaching mode, a song mode, so you can kind of play along and have a go. But you just have to be mindful of the things that you might have to buy extra. So like the kick drum pedal that we had to buy extra, and the seat as well that I'm perched on, you have to buy that extra as well. That doesn't come in the kit. So if you are looking to buy an electric drum kit, just make sure you know sort of what is coming with it and what you might miss out on if you don't go somewhere that will tell you you need to have a kick drum pedal or bass pedal and your seat as well. So that's the drum kit, and I love the drum kit. So obviously we've got all of Dan's guitars here, so he does actually have some of his favourites on this side, which are his PRSs. He is a PRS man, he absolutely loves his PRSs. So he does love his Fender Strat as well. He also has another bass guitar here. But in regards to PRS, he does actually have an acoustic. He has a bass PRS as well, which he played in PMT and absolutely fell in love with it, so he just had to get it. And his PRS Custom 24, which me and the family actually kind of clubbed together and bought it in for his 30th birthday, and he doesn't put it down, bless him. So absolutely loves it, but he does have some other guitars here. This one here is actually a custom built acoustic for Dan, so this is specific for him, and there is literally only one in the entire world like it. So he is a very, very special boy. So Dan does have another 2 guitars. So he actually has his Eric Clapton signature guitar called Blackie, and that one is currently, he's just repairing that at the minute. He's just doing some tweaks on it at the moment, so it's not actually in here. And he does have a Flying V as well, an original, I think it's a 1983 Flying V, which he doesn't really play anymore, but he wants to put it up in the ceiling. That is all of the guitars, other than those 2 that aren't in here. So, this is going to sound really, really strange with being in here, but this is the sound booth, and it does sound a bit odd because it gets rid of all of the other sounds and it stops echo, which is really cool, which I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this. And I'm so glad that we actually built this. I'm so proud of us. But we do have one little light up here, which I'll show you in a moment, and it is battery operated, and you can turn it down so you've got different brightnesses, and I'm pretty dark. So yeah, so it does dip on and off. So it's a really, really good light. I really like it. This is the colours light that we actually got from B&Q, and it is really, really good. It doesn't last a huge amount of time, but you can get probably about 8 hours worth of recording out of it. So it's not too bad. I mean, you don't tend to spend a lot of time in here anyway, unless you're me and you just kind of sing along to everything just to see how your voice sounds. So this is the microphone that we've actually got here. So this is another one of those things that is a little bit old and dated, but it does work. So we're not changing it because it's a really, really good microphone. It is a Behringer, and you can see it there. So that is our little microphone. Obviously we've got this in front of it just to stop any sort of odd sounds appearing. And down here we do actually have our headphones. Now these headphones are absolutely brilliant. So they are the Shure SRH940, and they are fantastic. They are really, really good. So they don't actually block out all of the sound, but they are so comfy. I have literally been in here for 4 hours before and had these on for 4 hours, and so comfy. The only time when they're not comfy is say that you've got earrings in, but why would you wear earrings if you're recording music? You know, take them off. But they are so comfy. I mean, this padding is absolutely amazing here, and the padding on your head is absolutely amazing here as well. So it's so squishy, so squishy, but I absolutely love these. So now I'm just gonna take you down onto the floor because I've got something else that I want to show you. So the reason why we are down here is because I want to show you this little gadget here. So all of our cables, obviously, they are behind the stand just to keep them out of the way a little bit, just in case we fall over. You don't want to fall over and trip over cables. But this little gadget is absolutely brilliant. Through trial and error, we did actually find that if the microphone went straight into the soundboard and then straight into the computer, the software or program would try and auto-correct things automatically. So what you ended up having is you would sing pretty much in tune in here through the microphone, and then into the program it would just change it into what it thought it should be. And we spent ages trying to figure out why we were sounding okay through the microphone but not when it came to the recording. And we did a lot of research into it, and turns out you need one of these little gadgets. But what you do is you link the microphone actually into here, and then this goes back out into the soundboard and then into the computer, and this actually stops that auto-tuning and auto-correcting as it goes into the program to record. So what you sing in here now sounds like what you get on the recording on the computer, which has been an absolute lifesaver. So if you do have issues, get one of these little bad boys. We just got ours from Amazon. It wasn't too expensive, but it has saved us so much hassle. So I'm now on the floor because I just had to show you sort of a couple of other things of Dan's as well. So we do actually have his custom amp, which has got 2 Celestion speakers in it, and it's pretty damn good. So it's a very, very old amp. It's the very first one that he actually got, and with it being the first one that he got, it's kind of got sentimental value to it. But he has been looking at some other amps, and they tend to only have 1 speaker in it, so he feels quite lucky to actually have this, and he's not looking to get rid of it now because it's such a good amp, so he's keeping it. The things that he does actually have on here is he's got his wah wah pedal, his Vox wah wah pedal, which he really loves, and he does actually use it quite a lot as well. It's absolutely brilliant. I love listening to this. So yes, he's got his wah wah pedal, which is a bit of a new addition, to be honest. He's also got his custom channel changer here as well, so he can change it between whatever he wants to change it to. And then this is one of his favourite pedals. It's his blues driver, ta-da! Which he absolutely loves. And the reason he got this is he was actually watching Joe Bonamassa on YouTube, as you do, because he's really into Joe Bonamassa, and so am I as well. Absolutely phenomenal guitar player, and if you've never listened to any of his music, you definitely should do. He's a bit of rock and blues all kind of meshed together, and he's absolutely brilliant. But this is pretty much the only pedal that Dan uses now, other than his wah-wah, and obviously this little channel changing effect. He has actually put his other pedal away, which is not a pedal, it's like a giant thing. Let me show you. It's what he used to use, so it's pretty hefty and it's very heavy. But he doesn't actually use this anymore, he tends to just use those ones. I'm sure he'll probably find a use for this at some point, but I've not heard him use this as kind of his blues driver, but I'm sure he'll just keep this just in case he needs to use it. The only other things that I really wanted to show you, where we do actually have this blind here, it is massive, and unfortunately it did get bent when it was actually being sent to us. Thanks Jodel, brilliant delivery service. But it does actually kind of work, it just kind of is a little bit funny when you roll it down. But it's absolutely brilliant. It is a black outline, so we can have it down during the day, you know, if we just want to shut the entire world out and just kind of concentrate on what we're actually doing in here, because it is a very creative space, and we found now that it's all done to how we wanted it to be done, it is extremely creative. And along with that as well, to actually shut out everyone on the outside, and so we don't have any peering eyes actually looking into the studio to actually see what's in here. We do actually have some mirrored sticky stuff actually on the window. So if you did actually see my wish hole, my random wish hole that I never actually meant to do, this stuff actually comes in rolls, and I ordered, I think it was 4 lots of it, maybe 5, I can't remember. But I did actually order some of it. It was only a couple of pounds for each roll, and it came and we've put it on the window and it looks fantastic. So when the lights are up in here, you can't see in. So the only other thing that I've really got left to show you is the ceiling, which looks absolutely brilliant. We absolutely love it. And if I just turn the camera around, you'll be able to see the spotlights, which is why that wall is so bright. But we absolutely love the ceiling. We love how open it is. And he's got another mini keyboard up there. But yeah, I think this is probably one of our favourite bits that we actually did in this room, is the open ceiling. It really kind of brings everything together. So it does actually make it look a bit more open and a bit more airy and a bit more rustic, which is what we were going for. So really happy with that. These light fittings that we've got, these here were, sorry if this is really bright, but these are just bog standard from B&Q, and the lights themselves were from B&Q as well. We did actually find some that we really liked that were together, and I think they would have cost about £25-ish altogether, and each one of these fittings probably cost us about £5 or £6 altogether, because we just found the bits and made them ourselves. So if you can find the bits, make it yourselves, because it's so much easier. But we think they look absolutely amazing. is the music studio, or the studio as I like to call it. All done, all dusted, all completed. We just need to get the flying V up on the wall up there. As soon as that's up, it's going to look brilliant, but we're just waiting for a couple of things to be able to actually put that up on the wall. But yes, this is our creative space. It is absolutely brilliant to finally be able to use it and to be in here and just be creative. Sometimes I do tend to go and get the beanbag from the living room and I'll just chuck it in front of the door, just right here in front of the door, so you can't get in and out other than that way. And I'll just sit with Dan and we'll just write and we'll compose music. I sound like I'm writing classical, but no, it is an absolutely great space to actually be in. If Dan just feels like playing guitar, he's now got a space that he can come into and he can just play guitar. If he fancies coming and playing the drums, he's got space to come in and actually play the drums. So it's an absolutely brilliant space. We absolutely love it. For saying that it took an entire week to do, there's so much that we actually did and it's just phenomenal. I absolutely love it. But with the space being so large, so it's got a huge amount of room, it just means that we can have other people over as well. So Dan does have a lot of friends that do play instruments, but it's nice to see people coming over and them having a little bit of a jam. It's really, really great. It's absolutely fantastic to see. And it's just, I think Dan's always kind of wanted his own studio, so being able to actually have one is almost like a dream come true. And for me, I like to sing, and having my own little vocal booth is absolutely brilliant. But that is it for this video, and that is our 4-parter studio renovation, all done, all completed. But if you do like this video, do feel free to give it a great big thumbs up, show it some love, and if you want to see more renovation videos, because we are renovating the entire house, do feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so that you know every time I upload a new video. But just before I go, I do have a couple of things that I would like to say to a few people that are very close to me. We have had some birthdays actually this week, and I'd just like to say happy birthday to my mum, happy birthday to Dan's dad, and a great big happy birthday to Larry Fielding as well. As it is July, and in the family we do have a lot of July birthdays, so it's a very, very big happy birthday to you guys. But I do just want to say to Larry, I have heard through the grapevine that you may be doing some music bits and pieces with school. So if you do fancy coming up and having a play with any of our instruments, whether it be drums, whether it's guitar, whether it's bass, whether it's a bit of the keyboard, do feel free to come up and have a go. Now just punch you down the arm and say, I want to go up and see Leah so I can play some music with them and learn how to do it. That would be brilliant. And it would be lovely to see you as always. So if you did want to come up, the offer is there, so do feel free, and Dan would be more than happy to teach you anything if you wanted to learn anything. So that is it from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. And do remember, what is life without music? I'll see you in the next one. Bye!